Hi, ladies. Welcome back to another episode of Girl.
Hold up,
I'm your host, Kel, and this is my beautiful host.
Bevy J.
All right, listen. Happy New Year.
Yes, happy freaking New Year,
Girl,
girl.
23. I remember watching this year on the Jetsons or watching this year in movies like, oh my goodness, look, it's cars flying in the air. What did
Waiting
you
on
do
the
for
cars to
your
fly,
right? What did you do for New Year's Eve?
girl. You know what? I actually went to Florida, because my mother's birthday is January 1st. So I did make it there to give her her last wishes of spreading her ashes in the oceans, and that was just so dope. To know I can always go to the ocean and she's sprinkled there. Part of her is there. She's always with me, but just the fact to because the ocean is so calming. So now that I know, it's girl, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you're so amazing. Like, you're a great daughter. The fact that you knew that those were her last wishes and you did whatever you had to do to make
yeah.
that happen, and you did it in a
I did.
beautiful way. So, just
Thank
big
you,
up to
thank
you,
you,
Bev. And I wish I could have been
thank
there with
you.
you. I was like, oh, I need to be with my
Mm. You
friend. Look.
you messaging me that meant everything to me. You like look. Let me reach out to my sis. So that meant you were there. So yeah.
Well, I wish I could do that in person. But my house was filled with people on New Year's Eve. We had gone to
Mm,
the cabins for Christmas, and we just did
hmm.
kind of a continuation of that whole family gathering. I really
That's
had a
what's
great time. We had good food and lots of champagne, and my boys had their girlfriends over. My daughter came over with her new husband, and we had
yes, yes.
yeah, and I have a son-in-law, and he's fabulous. I love Nick. Hey, Nick, I love you. Uh, so that was my New Year's Eve, and really, and my sister came over too. I can't forget that. I hadn't seen my sister in
Mhm.
a really, really long time, so I was so happy that she came and spent the New Year's with us. But really, how do you feel? You know what I mean? Like that first day of 2023, I felt a way. I felt a way, and I felt like,
Yeah,
you know what? I can conquer anything. It was like a good,
yes.
peaceful calm about me. How did you feel on that first day of the new year, Bev?
Man, it was definitely mixed with emotions. However, I felt so determined. I felt like a huge shift. It was like, look, I told my employer, look, I need the first week off. Like, I have to have the first week off. I have to set the tone for my year. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it says yeah, I've never felt like this on any other New Year. I can honestly, and I can sit here and be honest about that, and I've never felt this way on any other New Year.
Yeah, I
So
agree. It
yeah,
was something different. There was something definitely different. 2022 for me went by really quickly. I said this
hmm,
before, but my word for 2022 was intention. I was real intentional about every little thing I did for
yeah,
the most part. You can't be intentional. Some stuff just happens. It's life. But my word for 23 is execution. So for
yes,
me, that's a huge on my end because with the business that I have and some of the things that I really want to do, that's all it takes. It's execution.
yeah.
Like I got the idea, I have the plan, I have what needs to be done. I just got to do it. Well, so if
Do
you
it
had to come up with a word for 2023, what would it be for you?
more, more. More. And I know we're going to talk about that a little later, what I mean by that, but it's definitely more. It's definitely aligning myself because I deserve more. You know what I'm saying? Me sleeping on myself for so many years. I got to be transparent, and me being in the background. I was okay with that. You know what I'm saying? That I got joy out of that. But it's time for me to move forward. It's time for me to get in front and center. And it's like I can't keep hiding my gifts and my talents and sleeping on myself. So it's more. It's more. It's
You don't
more.
know
So let me.
that.
Mhm.
I was going to say there was a whole conversation being had about you a few days ago, that you had no idea about. But it was myself and my good friend Joni, and
Okay.
Joni and I were just talking about the fact that you are a force to be reckoned with. And there are things about yourself, I don't even think you realize it. Like you come into a room and you command attention. You command, just people's want intriguing thoughts like, who is
Mhm.
she? What does she do? How can I be a part of
Oh,
whatever it is she's doing? You are a real light. And anyone who tries to dim that light and contain that light, they playing themselves. Like you playing
yeah.
yourself if you trying to let this girl do anything other than grow and flourish. Because
Right.
that's what you are meant to do. That's your purpose. God wants that for you.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Sissy. I appreciate that. Um, Again, me not realizing my full potential. I know it's there, but I'm like in my mind, I'm like, well, I got to do this for so and so. I got to do this for them. It's like, you know what? It's about me now, So I do want to ask you this because we both have beautiful brands, and I know we got some amazing things happening for each brand. And we could just dive into Get It Done, Boss, real quick. What is
Oh,
coming for Get It Done, Boss?
you know what? I really this year have really in December, I started prepping for the new year. So that meant lining up
Yes.
certifications in areas that I feel will give me better credentials to do what I'm
Hmm.
already doing. But it's all about being a student, being a continuous student and learning as things, change. You have to stay on top of that kind of stuff. So for me, I want to offer more by way of workshops. Right now, I have a workshop coming up. It's called the how to create a holiday campaign. That's when millions of dollars are being spent, in the United States. And business owners,
Yeah.
you have an opportunity to create a campaign and capitalize off of that, you know,
What's
holiday
up?
or however they're commercializing this situation. But also going live more often. I need to reach my audience and engage and communicate with people who support
Mhm.
Get It Done Balls and to attract more people because we got some really awesome things going on. But then to creating the ebook, having these digital products on the website so you can always come back. If you miss something, you can just come back and pick up where we left off. A lot of things that I'm doing right now is so that I can create a platform full of education, resources, connections, partnerships, all of that to help people get it done. Whatever they try to or need to get done in their business, I want to be able to help them. What about you?
I hear, before I answer that, I hear Get It Done, Boss University.
Oh, well, I do not deny that.
Academy. University. However, I can see that happening with Professor Kell. I'm just saying.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying.
I accept whatever you
So
say.
cute. I like when you like, period. Yeah, but for me, Elevate Her is definitely going to be the year of community for one. I feel like building a community of like-minded women. And when I say like-minded women, meaning women who got something in them, but because they've been scarred, they've been torn, they in crazy situations, they just need a big sister to come and pull them out. A little cousin, however I am to you. You know what I'm saying? So building up that community, I think that's going to be my main factor. Again, playing small for years. And it's like I had to realize, like, baby, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, so it's time. Now it's time. It's time. I
It
believe if
is.
we don't use our gifts and our talents, God will take them. I believe that.
So
And I'm like, God, I don't want you to take mine.
Quick story, real quick. You just made me think of something that Phoenix showed me like 2 weeks ago. He was talking about some things that he wants to do outside of what he normally does. He's an athlete, that's his main thing, but he likes other stuff. Like now he's getting into music, right? He saw a video and he showed me of this guy. You know how on TikTok they have all these different little things where they act stuff. So the guy was in a casket and he had passed. And there were a group of people standing around his casket. Each represented a talent or gift that God had given him that he never used.
Girl, I just got chills.
So, one by one, each individual said what they were and how they could have changed his life. Hey, I'm your musical talent. We could have gone on tour with Beyonce. Hey, I'm your writing talent. We could have wrote a best-selling novel. Hey, I'm your blah, blah, blah. And the whole concept or the idea of that is you got to use what God gives you or you're going to die with all the possibilities that could have happened and never did. I ain't going to be that person.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Well, look, y'all.
Mama, you do every time you want to do something. You do it, Mama. You do it. I was like, yeah.
That's why you the get it done boss. You the get it done boss queen. But look, we're going to put a pin in it, y'all. And we're going to come back. And we're going to be talking about fate when we come back. So y'all keep it locked.
Welcome back, ladies. Listen, on this episode of Girl Hold Up, we are talking about, girl, hold up, your fate is success. Okay. Now, fate, the definition of fate, let's get into that because that's going to make everything really, really clear. Okay. Fate, the development of events beyond a person's control, regarded as determined by a supernatural power. Okay, so basically, what's meant for you, if you allow it, if you accept it, will happen. It's yours. Yeah. Now, Bevy.
Yeah.
You know I be stalking you on Instagram.
Not up, sis. You my sister. Stop it.
Instagram because I don't want to miss nothing. I want to see everything you're doing. I want to like it. I want to comment. I want to share. And that's what you do for your sisters, okay?
Yes.
Comment, like, share. It's called support. There you go. But I love what you're saying when you say, what I want wants me more. So beautiful. It's so simple, but it's so beautiful. Can you please explain what prompted that movement? And also, what does it mean?
Absolutely. So in this new season, as I'm closing doors, ending relationships, just ending a lot of things because I'm walking into my season this year and beyond, And as I'm sitting here and I'm self-developing and, affirmations, reading different affirmations, like it was just like more, I'm like, I want more, and besides the affirmations that I already know, I want this, I want that. But then when you really dive down into what manifestation is and having these affirmations, it just kind of just collided. Everything that I want wants me more. You know what I'm saying? I want better health. Better health wants me more. I eventually, not this year, maybe 2025 when I'm 40, but, I want a husband. Oh, that baby wants me more. You know what I'm saying? So it's being intentional about what I want, and it goes back to me writing it down in my notebook. We sometimes psych ourselves out and say, I can't get that because of you already canceling what the universe wants to do for you, because the universe wants to give you everything you ask for. So when we start putting those negative seeds in our mindset and I got to be realistic, well, you're not being realistic with yourself because you can have any and everything you want. What I feel like comes as the disadvantages, we want it right now. Right now might just be in a year. Right now might be in 2 years. That's still amazing for you to get everything that you want, and it wants you more. So it's just like, no, that's me. That's me. That's why I said earlier, my word is more, because I deserve more. You know what I'm saying? I
Yes.
want more in every area of my life. You know, coming to Girl Hold Up, we're going to do more. You know, I want this for my sister. I want Get It Done Boss to do more because more wants to do more for you. You know what I'm saying? So just everything. Like, I just want to see everybody win. And I feel like that statement piece is so powerful.
Yeah, I love it. When I first started, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
everything I want more. Because, like you said, I feel like what we put into the universe is very, very clear on what's going to come back to us. With saying that, do you feel like we can direct fate? We talk about manifestation all the time, but do you feel like your fate can be directed in one way or another based on who you're around, places you go, things you do,
It,
how you eat, how your lifestyle is built up? Do you feel like our fate is directed a certain way, or is it all just predetermined and it's up to us to grab it?
I, oh, girl, that's like kind of like I feel like it does direct us because, again, going back to those mornings where we're running late and something happens and, we're like, why did I just turn left? You in the car, like, why I normally turn right? I feel like that was fate turning you left because if you would have turned right, you would have got into an accident. You know what I'm saying? So those type of things. So I do feel like fate does direct us. Because if you're out there and you're practicing, your affirmations and you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, that fate will direct you to your destiny, which is eventually your finish line, but it's really not your finish line because once you reach your destiny, you still got some more work to do. So
Yeah,
I just feel like that fate leads us to our destiny.
yeah. I think
What
too.
about
I like the fact that God's plan is
you?
done in His time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I did things in my time, I would be ill prepared for what I'm
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be doing. So I've noticed throughout my life, I say this all the time, but I'm 43. But in my younger years, a lot of things took place. I had a child when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
I had Trey, shortly after, and he was premature. A lot of things came with that. The different career choices and businesses that started but never, transpired. Everything that I've learned throughout my life, with
Mm-hmm.
whatever experience I've had, good, bad, ugly, whatever it may
Yeah.
be, have contributed to what I'm doing today. And
Right.
had I, rushed things or had I done things my way or like you said, fought the urge to turn left when I should have been turning right, whatever.
Right. Right.
Had I
Right.
done things any different than what fate had for me, I wouldn't be prepared. I wouldn't be able to lend advice to people who need it. I wouldn't be able to successfully, talk about some of the topics that I do because fate was in control, not Raquel.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Look, let's do this. We got to take another commercial break, but we will be right back after these messages. Hey, hot girls, welcome back. Listen, we are talking about fate right now. And Kel, on a commercial break, you threw something at me, and I'm like, we got to talk about this. Can
Yeah.
fate be erased?
It's something to think about, right? Because you want to look at some different storylines that you see with people's lives. And you want to say, well, is it that person's fate to be in prison for the rest of their life? Was
Mm-hmm.
it that person's fate to, die at 7 or 8 or 9 years old?
Right.
Some of the results of people's lives or things that are the outcome of whatever, was that their fate? Or did something happen that
Mm-hmm.
erased what should have happened and led to what actually happened? That's my
I
question. And
yeah.
go ahead.
It's almost going back to the saying God knows our beginning and end. What we do in the middle is up to us. So it's like, if we are not doing anything to support, to be on that path to find, okay, God, what am I supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, that's your fate. That's what God had written for your life. But oh girl, this is so thought provoking. But I say yes. I say
Yeah.
yes. I say a slow yes, because I don't know. That's something
Yeah.
that God would know. But I say a
Yeah.
slow yes, because I feel like that's like the people who, oh my gosh, he was on the right path to be this well-known person, and now he's in jail for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Or she was supposed to be this amazing singer and whatever, and now she's on drugs. You know what I'm saying? So
That's someone's, that's their end all, is what you see of them that you know is not a healthy or the right thing for them to be doing. You don't want to feel that destiny.
Right. I tell you what,
So
Kel, let's ask our hot girls. You said what? You said what, sis?
We need to have people go to our DM and say what they think about that.
Right. Hot girls, come on. Can your fate be erased? We definitely want to know. We want to repost your answer, because that's something good. That's really something good. I want to know. Ooh, yeah. Kel, girl, it's time for hot topics.
I got a hot one too, girl. It's hot.
Is it hot?
Yes. So
let's go.
Now, I keep my ears and eyes to the streets, okay, and to the love birds and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. So Miss Lori Harvey, the beautiful Lori Harvey, man, I add, has now been attached to Damson Idris. If you don't know who Damson Idris is, he is a beautiful chocolate human being who stars in the series Snowfall. Okay, beautiful and chocolate. That first episode, girl, when he outside in summertime, he got on that white shirt and he good in chocolate. So,
go.
It's something about that chocolate of it. Oh wait, I'm sorry. So Miss Lucky Lori Harvey. Let me just put Lucky in front of her name. Lucky Lori Harvey has now been attached to him, okay? We're talking about fate. I would like to know, who is Lori going to marry? I thought she was going to marry Michael B. Jordan. I was like, oh, that's it.
Yes.
He is the one. He to be truly in love with her. She was in love with him. I mean, we saw what was on the Instagram and all this kind of stuff. We don't know what behind closed doors. But he appeared to be the perfect match, and they look so happy together. I was like, oh, they get married. What is the fate of Miss Lori Harvey? Look, inquiring minds want to know. But I think Damson is a good pause if he is not the period, okay? He's a good comma if he's not a period.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. Girl, it's just, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You've been around him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you with your boo Michael, but then it says, like, it just makes me think, like, is that why they broke up? It's just one of those things you just never know. Like, is that why y'all broke up? Because you was cheating on Michael?
I didn't think about that, baby.
Because then that goes back. I will say this. I know a lot of people are like, well, you need to give yourself some time to heal and do. That's not necessarily the case. If a person is ready, they're ready. But let me ask you this, though. So do you think it's too soon for her to be in a relationship, and they just ended their relationship? It's been, what, a few months?
That's Lori's process. If you follow her on Instagram and you watch how she moves, that's her process. Her process is on to the next. And a lot of people got a lot to say about that, okay? But here's my take. She's in her 20s. She's not married. If a guy does that, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, he's just dating. But when a girl does that, or when a woman does that, she's looked at and frowned upon.
Right. Yeah. She's
I think the girl got good taste myself. She got some good taste. I hadn't seen one yet. But I will not file her home. Okay.
That part. Well, I guess we'll follow up.
Yeah, she says that she's single, and even despite her single, declarations, he continues to post her on his page. So it don't look too single to me, Lord. But I mean, whatever.
Right. To each his own. Well, look, sis. Chocolate overload. Well, look, sis, I'm super excited for our lineup. Oh my gosh. Next week, we are talking to Coach LaQuelle. It's all about a new year, new you, and you being healthy. So I'm super excited about that. We're talking about health next week.
Yeah, I'm excited too. We got a great lineup. I hope everyone stays tuned every Wednesday, 8 p.m. on the Inspire You Network and checking out Girl.
Hold up.